What's the very first word or ideas that are coming on your mind when you're talking about humanity? Exactly, you're staying quite on your chair and thinking over and over again. Personally, I'm a history addict, and this time I chose to speak about humanity from primals to civilization. Let's do a quick throwback to the year 15,000 before Christ. Humanity species was at its first steps, like we were hunting for our food, we were seeking for our water, and we were avoiding the cold. These three were the biggest measurements we could take to survive, because by those times you couldn't do a proper living, if I can say so. And another big problem that humanity had by that time was the belief of the people. Humanity always needed a divine power, or nowadays more commonly known as religion, which included a divine power to which we should trust in and pray to for bliss and feel like we're helped from somewhere else. Moving on forward, we reach the antiquity. In antiquity, we're meeting with a brand new lifestyle. Culture appears. Writers state in their worksheets the problems of humanity by those times, like same as primals, I guess. The hunger, the thirst, and the cold. Also, literature proves to be an important measurement this time by discovering, I don't know, Oprah's being a good writer and stuff like that. The antiquity has its origins in three different places, and those are the ancient Rome, where justice was brought to light and made the right way, the best way, without corruption and without anything else. Judges were correct with anyone else, like for committing a crime, you were brought in an arena and fought on other gladiators just to survive and prove the others you were not guilty. Second one is ancient Greece, where religion showed up as being an important matter of fact, meaning that the Greek gods were considered by those times the most powerful, the unforgiven ones, like, I don't know, Apollo, the Greek god Apollo. And last but not least, we move on to ancient Egypt, where culture was also brought to light. So these three locations prove us that antiquity dates from Europe and not anywhere else. But we can think about Asia, China, Japan, Indonesia, and many other countries who went also through this process. Moving on forward, we reach the Middle Ages, or more commonly known as the darkest ages of humanity. Why do we call them the darkest ages of humanity? Because by those times, lots of diseases invaded Europe, and many human beings died just because medicine wasn't that advanced. There weren't, I don't know, meds to heal, or bandages to wound, bandages to heal up your wounds. They were just pulling the string on their bows, and bam, that was your life in a matter of seconds. Medicine also starts to be quite mysterious. Doctors showed up on boulevards, on streets, wherever. Think about a city and go around the corner of a block, and you're gonna see over there a man, big man, dressed in black, fulfilled with a black coat, just like you can imagine the death in your own eyes. And they were like selling meds and healing the injured, or doing whatever sort of stuff. Also, in this era, the age of discovery begins. Like, I'm gonna give some proper examples of countries that explored halfway the entire world, or maybe the entire world. And those being the British, the French, the Spaniards, the Italians, the Germans, and many others. But they were Europeans, and this is what matters, because European languages are spoken right now into many other different sides of the world. So, the Brits discovered absolutely everything, or so do we know. They brought their traditions with them overseas and influenced the native population from those countries in doing much better and stating to be like, just like the Brits, and not just like the Brits, just like the French, just like the Spaniards. Although religion was an also important matter of fact by those times, like Christianity rose in the entire world, and they were bringing their traditions overseas, churches, and much more. Science is also a matter of fact in this subject, into the Middle Ages, just like chemistry, physics, mathematics, and absolutely anything you can think about science showed up as also an important matter of fact, because they helped us, and they really do by now. Imagine that it was hard for those people to even think about what is mathematics, what is chemistry, what are all these substances, or just think about it. Moving on, we reach the modern era, and in this modern era I have to mention the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution helped us during the ages to build new transport methods just to reach one place to another much faster than riding a horse. Everything that was doing manually was replaced with mechanisms. Also, society got by those times pretty good and pretty big problems, if I can say so, because like politics wasn't that advanced. Countries, or better said kingdoms, were fighting one with each other just to gain power and prove the others how powerful they were, and to try to rewrite the history, bring other traditions in other countries with their specific traditions. Yeah, this is the modern era after the year 15,000 to like 19th century or something like that. Then we reach our ages. In this time of life, we meet lots and lots of problems. We think, how can we gain more money? How can we do for better living? Like you're just thinking and over again. We want expensive cars, we want expensive clothes, we want expensive shoes, we want to get out in town. Like, you have to spend money. And what is exactly money? Money is considered to be sheets of paper. And in my personal opinion, money is like useless, because money doesn't prove to the people that a human being is just like a lot better than another. And this kind of trait method, I can call, is like worthless. It's not helping us to do anything, because we have a nature, we have to use it, and in the nature we have to use the animal pelt, the fur, or anything we're given. We have absolutely everything we need in this world, even underground, where you don't see it, because you have to dig deep and find the resources that nature offers us. But right now, in the 21st century, politics goes way over the next level, and corruption appears in each and every single country of this entire world. Just don't think about the most civilized countries in, not even Europe, also the American continent, Asia, Africa, or Oceania. But corruption still appears. There are factions of civilians fighting for their rights and fighting for their freedom. They want to prove the world that they are the best, and they want to prove the world that, I don't know, they are way over the judgment, the written judgment, I mean, because when you're going to court, the honor, the judge actually, states all of your crimes, what you were guilty of, what you're charged with, your entire accusations, you bring a lawyer, and that was it. Although, I find the best era to live in the primal one, because in the primal era, you had no worries, you had just to survive, you didn't feel anything, you were just avoiding the cold, the hunger, and the thirst. That was it for my project, and I wish you all the best, wherever you are in the world. Thank you.